Hi everybody! Now that you've read Lucía la Luchadora, you are ready for our project. This week we're going to be making luchador masks or lucha libre masks, and you get to be as creative as you like. There's lots of different materials you can use. Whatever you have on hand at home is fine. You can make a lucha libre mask or a mask in general with a paper plate. You can make one with felt if you happen to have felt, or an old t-shirt, or even old fabric. A dishcloth would work, or just regular construction paper or white computer paper. It's up to you what you would like to use, and it's up to you how you use it. You can combine different materials together to make your mask. I'm going to show a couple different ways to make a mask. You do not need to do them all, and you can change what I've shown to make it make more sense for you. These are just suggestions. The other thing that is required for the assignments is to think about symmetry or symmetrical. So when something is symmetrical, it means it is the same on both sides, but not exactly the same. It's a mirror image. So for example, I have one nostril right here. If I had another nostril right here, would it be symmetrical? No, because this is the line of symmetry down my face. So an easy way to keep things symmetrical with your mask is to fold your mask in half. I'm going to demonstrate first with just plain construction paper to give you a sense of how symmetry works. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to start with a piece of plain construction paper, and I want my mask to fit my whole face. So I'm going to have it be, I like to call it the portrait side. This is landscape, portrait. Cool. Now I'm going to fold it in half the long way, portrait way, so that it's skinny, nice and long, still covers my face. Then I'm going to draw half of a face. I'm going to try to use up the most amount of my paper as I can. You can see I got all the way to the edges. I could even touch the edges if I wanted. And now I'm going to cut it out. Move the paper, not my scissors. Move the paper, not my scissors. Move the paper. Whoop. Now my shape is symmetrical. It's wide at the same points, and it's thinner at the same points. In order to find the eyes for your mask, put it over your face. Sort of keep one finger at your eyes, and I'm going to make a little X where my fingers were around my eyes. I only have to make that little X on one side because I'm going to keep it folded up. And then I'm going to fold my paper on that X. Whew, looks all folded up now. And you can see my X is on that fold. And I'm going to cut out a pretty small shape for an eye, because I don't want to cut too much paper out, because I want to hide my identity like a real lucha libre. All right, let's see if these eye shapes are symmetrical. Hey, 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 and I can see out of my mask. All right, now I get to decorate it however I like. If you wanted to, you could create a mouth hole for your Lucha Libre mask, similar to the masks that are shown in the book. But since we are in quarantine from COVID-19, if you wanted to keep the mouth closed so that you could wear it when you're around others to keep yourself and others safe, that's awesome. As you start drawing, keep all of the things the same on both sides. One way to tell is to fold it in half and flip it around to see if you've got the same on both sides. This is your line of symmetry down the middle. So if I'm going to draw, or maybe cut out a lightning bolt to go down below my stars, and I want the same lightning bolt on both sides, I can take a piece of paper, fold it in half, and draw my lightning bolt. Cut it out. Move the paper, not my scissors. 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 Keep my fingers away from the scissors. Pew. And I have 2 lightning bolts. Whoa. Now I'm going to figure out what is symmetrical. If I put them both down like this, is this symmetrical? You're right, it's not. How about now? Is that symmetrical? Ooh, it's better, isn't it? So then I can start to glue down different things for my mask. Keep your mask symmetrical. Cool. Now, if you wanted to make a mask out of a paper plate, and you wanted it to look like a mask that you could wear to the grocery store that just covers the bottom half of your face, like a lot of the Lucha Libre fighters right now in Mexico are sewing masks that look like a Lucha Libre mask, but only cover the bottom half of the mouth so that they can keep the citizens of Mexico safe from COVID-19. So you can do this too by folding your paper plate in half, cutting it in half, and now you have the right shape. You can punch holes in it and tie some string around so it'll fit on your head. That's another way to make a mask. Decorate it. Make sure it's symmetrical on both sides by having a fold down the center so that you know where to put things. If I have a circle on this side, I need a circle in the same spot on this side. All right. Now for the tricky one. If you have some fabric at home, a bandana, an old t-shirt, some felts, you can make a very simple mask that will also filter the air with 2 hair ties and your fabric. I'm a grown-up, so this piece of felt is probably too small for me, but we're gonna try it anyway and see how it goes. First, I'm gonna fold it into thirds, or I can fold it in half. I'm gonna try this third way. So basically what I've done is I have my felt, and I'm folding down the top to the middle and the bottom to the middle, like this. And then I'm gonna loop some hair ties on either end. Okay, like this. Then I'm gonna coil up the fabric around the hair tie and just sort of make like a little sausage out of it. So this is one end. You can see, and then my hair tie's on the back. And I'm gonna try to do the other one. This is easier with a little bit more fabric. And then, very carefully, I'm gonna put it over my face and loop around my ears. And then I can, ooh, it's a little small for me. Oh no, it's falling apart. If you have a sewing needle and some thread and someone who can help you, you can sew it shut so you don't have the same problem I did. Or you can use a little bit of glue, but wait until the glue or hot glue is nice and dry and cool before you try sticking it on your head. Once you have your mask all made, then you can start adding things on it to make it look like a Lucha Libre mask. You could use glitter glue, you could use cut paper, you could use Sharpies, markers, oil pastels on your paper mask, whatever you like. All I ask is that you make a mask and it's symmetrical. That's all. I can't wait to see how you create your masks and how creative you get with them and what kind of materials you choose. I love having projects with this much choice because everybody's is going to be totally different. Have fun!